Go.
Yes.
Welcome to another episode of Industrial Amputation. The show, as all of our shows are, is dedicated in loving memory to our friend Jason Lupo. Let's see. Mr. Charles Levi sends his regards and apologies as he is a previous engagement today, but he will be back with us next week. Anya, he wanted us to tell you he is terribly sorry he can't be here today.
It's okay. We'll reconnect when we can. Hello.
Yes, we will. Absolutely. So let's see. Today, we have with us singer, producer, founder of Femme Fatale Records, collaborator, merch guru, and friend to all things fuzzy, the incredible Anya, also known as Toyah. Anya, how do you pronounce your last name?
My last name is Tarnowska, as Polish as it gets.
Tarnowska.
Tarnowska. So like Polish person would say Tarnowska. American
Tarnowska.
person would say Tarnowska.
Tarnowska. Yeah. And if you're like me, it's a Tarnowska. Yeah, like that.
That's good.
Okay. Well, it is amazing to have you with us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
You've got a tour kicking off April 11th in Chicago, opening for Orgy and Cold. You have to be pretty excited about that, yeah?
I'm very excited. I'm on needles and pins, as they say.
Yeah.
I can't...
Awesome.
Well, can you tell us about the creative merch designs you have for that upcoming tour and about that about all those?
Yes, of course, with pleasure. So I've been, designing a new t-shirt. Basically, my most popular design is fuck sleeves, which is a sleeveless design, fuck sleeves. And I kind of did a new spin on that shirt. So now it has different graphics. I think people will really dig that t-shirt. It's going to be tour exclusive, at least for now. So when you come out to the show, you will have first grabs for all the new merch that is tour exclusive only. Another one, which I actually have with me here, kind of not announced yet. So now we will. Hot sauces. So the first hot sauces by
Wow.
I have 2 flavors, but only 2 are with me right now. The third one is being shipped. So it's called I Am the Fire, just like the I Am the Fire EP.
Yes.
And single coming out next month, available for pre-order now on my Bandcamp. So I Am the Fire, Pop Your Cherry is coming. Tropical Tease is the other one. And then Safe Word Scorch.
Oh, I like it. Extra hot.
Part of Pleasure and Pain series.
Oh, awesome.
They are pretty potent and very delicious, very yummy. These are designed together with karma sauce by Small Batch Mash that they provided for me. So
cool.
Yeah, very exciting.
Now, are you taking any of your merch ideas? Are you getting any of those from Mr. Martin?
So I don't know if you were aware, but Mr. Martin was my professor at school when I went to SAE Institute. I graduated this school in 2016, and of course, I mean,
congratulations!
Thank you so much.
Valedictorian, weren't you?
I was a valedictorian, #1 student at this year, so this was all thanks to Mr. Atkins.
Yes,
really pushed me very hard.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, you couldn't have had a better professor. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Lecturer, yes, he taught me a lot. So I think that, this creative thinking kind of was probably boosted by Mr. Atkins, by Martin. Much love, Martin.
Yeah, big hugs to Martin. Yeah,
much love to Martin.
Yeah, so definitely, yes. I mean, thinking outside of the box, he always told us that, nothing is linear in music business, and we have to try to monetize on different spins.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed, I've been an artist my whole life, and I haven't met many musicians who aren't extremely creative in just about any genre you want to go to, or any media you want to go to. And it's nice seeing Martin really latch on to that and pull out the creative side for musicians. I mean, there's so much more to say. I know Curse is also big with that, but the packaging when you send your merch out and your albums out and stuff is absolutely awesome. It's so personalized, and it's like I buy a lot of vinyl, And I usually keep the box it comes in so that I've got a box so I can ship out vinyl when I sell some.
Yeah.
I can't do that with yours or purses actually, because I'm like, no, these stay with my collection. These
This is
are these
awesome.
are part of the collection now. So that's awesome. You've given me some really cool merchandise over the years, and I very much appreciate it. And the lipsticks. Can you talk about the lipsticks? That's like my favorite thing. I use makeup when I go out doing anything. I've usually got some kind of scarification on my face, and the Death's Kiss lipstick is my favorite now. It's my only go-to anymore because of how potent it is, and it lasts.
Potent, nice.
Yeah.
Definitely lasts. So I have 6 colors. I have a packaging right here.
Oh, nice.
By
Yeah,
Ayatollah.
beautiful.
And on me right now, I have red with a very little bit, so blood red with a very little bit of a hot pink, kind
Oh,
of
nice.
just to mix up because, you know, of the different coloristics of my hair right now.
Mhm.
My normal to go on stage is my blood red lipstick, but recently I fell in love with the new combo, the blackout black combined with my newest color, which is chroma.
Yeah.
And so together, these are just, they give some amazing results. Like they look so good together.
Yeah. No, I
Other than
can't
this,
wait
I
to
have,
try that one.
yes, I cannot tell you enough how good that lipstick is. And you can see it on all my recent posts, on my, some of the
Mhm.
photos that I've done for the release that I just had, which is Dream Not to Dream.
Mhm.
This one has a lot of like silver and shiny things, and I wear my chroma lipstick in those photos in the video, so it's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can see how awesome it like
Yeah,
actually,
no,
you know, reflects.
it's absolutely stunning, and
Thank you.
I can't wait to mix it up with the stuff I've already. I've got the purple and the red at the
It's
moment,
awesome. Deep
and
purple and red, yeah.
noticed the other day that you've added the other colors, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I got to get in and get some more.
I have
So I'm
cyberpunk,
definitely getting the
green,
chroma.
the chroma, definitely. Other for like the very
Yeah,
adventurous color,
I like the
soul.
green. The
Green is
green
also
is
like a
beautiful.
cyberpunk green, which
Yeah.
I call it like that. Then we have electric blue, which is
Hmm.
basically kind of like my hair, just
Yeah.
even more potent. What else do I have there? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
pink, blue, green, chroma, black, red, and purple.
Yeah. Okay.
This
Yeah.
is the
My
collection.
my makeup case is going to get a little bit bigger. So
That's it. You know, the best thing about those lipstick is that they last forever.
they
They
do.
last
Yeah.
forever on the lips and they last forever. This is like a free air, you know, thing when you
Hmm.
buy it. And honestly, it's just, you know, what they say, you can use it longer than that. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's just awesome. I
You
love
know,
this.
normally when I go out, because I've got it like on my eyes and around my eyes and up my face, and I get done at a show, and you know, if I'm wearing regular makeup, it's all gone by that time or all smudged all over. But yours, it just stays and stays. And I get up the next day, get ready to go to work, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to get that off my face before I go to work.
So true.
Sometimes I don't even get it all off my face, and they just go, "Oh, you went to a show last night, didn't you?" And I'm like, "Oh, yes, I did."
It's awesome that you do it for the face. So I've seen on Instagram, there is this amazing makeup influencer. She purchased my lipstick and she started doing those beautiful designs on her face with it. And it's just mind blowing what you can
Yeah,
do, I guess, these
yeah,
days with makeup, you know.
yeah.
So
No,
it's
it's
cool to
awesome.
enter this, you know, industry, from the music industry, kind of like into beauty, fashion, makeup industry. And talking about fashion, I actually wanted to show you what else I'm making. I've made these guys. So
Oh,
Hey,
there you
that's
go.
cool.
That is
it's
very cool. Yes.
quite a process, but these are done, and this is gonna be part of it. So
Oh, right on.
property
Okay.
by Toyah.
Yeah, I saw that in the link.
Yeah.
The name of it with the property of Ayatoya on there.
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
already got your button on my jacket, so I'll
That's
have to
it.
get me a dog tag to put on too. Excellent.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, it's so much fun. Just I feel like it's another way of connecting with people when they come out to the shows, to give them something interesting. I mean, t-shirts are always there, CDs, vinyl, of course,
Yeah.
but they have to be creative and give them something they can memorize and be like, kind of, oh, this is cool. I really need to show this to other people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Gift it to other people. So that's exciting, because when I come out to shows, I always seek creative merch as well.
Yeah.
I don't want another t-shirt necessarily, which I will always buy a t-shirt to support the band, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm thinking, wow, I want something different. So hopefully, you know,
Yeah, no, I've literally got enough t-shirts in my closet that the bar that they're hanging on is bowing
Uh-huh.
from the weight of t-shirts. Yeah. Yeah, all of our heroes make t-shirts, and I try to get them all. So yeah,
Same. I'm the same
I've got a
way.
problem, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've got more t-shirts than anything. So, being a little bit more creative and thinking outside of the box is, appreciated, but
Yeah, yeah,
hot sauce is pretty
totally.
compelling. I wouldn't have thought you go that route. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that
Thank
is
you.
great. The goggles you're working on, you've got goggles now too, yeah?
Yes, exactly. So yeah, this is just one of them. This is like my display on my
Yeah.
merch book. The lipstick,
Nice.
fuck the virus.
Oh, right on.
I'm still gonna touch my other part of it to
Yeah,
finalize the necklace. But yeah, it's kind of like
coolio. Awesome. I know that Joey was wanting to talk to you specifically about one of the items in your merge. Joey, you wanna take that?
You go ahead and go next. I'll let you go ahead.
Okay. Do you want me to stay on the merch?
Um, uh, you go ahead and go where you want, man.
Okay, all right. Then we're gonna go somewhere else. Tanya, you've worked with a lot of people and seem to really enjoy collaborating, and I think that is completely awesome. What is the weirdest thing you've learned about the creative process when working with other also established musicians?
The weirdest. Oh my God. I think how far I can go with my voice,
Oh,
It's almost like when I work on my own records. Up till this very recent release, I've had this kind of like a block. I don't know why.
mhm.
Luckily, I'm past it now. Maybe those collaborations helped me. But it was almost like for others, I would go further with, my vocal abilities
Yeah,
and, just do things that I was like, I can actually do that. What? How did I hit that note? Or like, how is this possible that I got this rasp out?
yeah,
Versus with my own stuff, I've been more reserved uh, until this record. So like, I Am the Fire, I think shows the new Toyah, the upgrade version after those collaborations. But I feel the weirdest thing was this kind of shock that I'm like, wow, this is actually my voice. This is me doing
yeah.
these weird things. Yeah, it's cool.
Right on. Well, I can't wait to hear it. I've got it. I've already got it on pre-order, so I'm looking forward to that.
So much.
So
Yeah.
regarding the merch, you did
Mhm.
create this bracelet, and it was
Yes.
promoting the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline Hotline, which is a toll-free hotline for anyone experiencing suicidal crisis or emotional distress. And we're very, very big on this podcast about talking about mental health and in addition to addiction, to destigmatize it. And
Mhm.
having lost my cousin 3 years ago, this last February, to mental health affliction, I wanted to thank you for supporting such an amazing cause and express how deeply sorry I am for your loss as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Truly,
this. I'm so
truly.
sorry for your loss. It's such a dark, area of our life. And it shouldn't be dark because it's our mental health, right? So it's part
Mhm.
of who we are. And I feel like of course, the loss and all that, you can't win with that. It's like the number one thing that is kind of like ultimate. And there is nothing that you can do to go past it because it's done.
Yeah.
It's as ultimate as it gets. Uh, so that's huge darkness. But other than this, I am very much for destigmatizing, the whole conversation and the whole, issue with mental health, with suicide, with, the darkness we feel with not feeling okay. That's why I wanted to do those bracelets. These are, my free item that I give away,
Mhm.
thanks to very generous donations of people who, help me continue this project. So I print them, I bring them on the road, I have them on my Bandcamp, but I don't sell them because Bandcamp usually, you cannot do a free product on Bandcamp that is a physical merch. So, I put them there, but I sort of mark it sold out. Anybody can reach out to me via email, just send me email
Oh, that's awesome.
Toyah@gmail.com. Give me your address and I'm gonna send you the bracelet on me. It's yours. I can send more than
Awesome.
one if you want to give it away to friends and family as well. And that's, it's kind of cool because I wore it a while ago when I was in the store. And this one lady that was standing behind me, she's like, excuse me, can I see what you're wearing? I saw, and we started talking, and she told me about her own struggles, and it was kind of this like very uplifting moment. And I figured this really kind of gives opportunity for the conversation. People
It does, yeah.
and you have it on. It not only reminds you personally that that you have this number, that there is this whole huge world of people who feel exactly the same like you do. Sometimes we all feel super dark. We are very discouraged. We don't want to go on. We kind of think, I'm done.
Yeah.
But then you're not done because you have this bracelet. Everybody
Yeah.
else feels the same way. And it's kind of like powerful, right?
It is powerful. I know the first record I got from you was Out of the Blue. And I was going through some really tough stuff at the time. And I reached out to you after I got the EP or the record to talk about that specifically. You know, I was having some issues with suicidal, not ideology, but side effects from a medication I was taking, and during a very dark time. And it was that album and that message on the back. That was huge. It was absolutely huge, and I thank you so much for that. Because it did. I sat on the edge of my bed listening to you singing, thinking, okay, I'm not alone. I'm not alone, and that's a beautiful thing. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, Code Blue was my very first record, very raw record, because I had no idea about production, I did it on my own. So, it's not polished. It's like a demo record, but I had a big need of releasing it at that very time, here and then, because of my own mental health problems. And, I've lost my mom to suicide. I've been struggling with it. I wasn't sure how to escape the darkness that I felt. It all felt very temporary. Like the whole life suddenly started to feel very temporary. I had no sense of home. And writing this record and making this record gave me hope.
Yeah.
And I
I
just
think I
need.
called it Out of the Blue. I meant Out of
It's
Order.
okay. Oh.
Yeah. No, out of Order is the one. Yeah.
No worry.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, no, Code Blue is amazing, and yeah, all the CDs. I very quickly went back and got all the CDs. So
Thank you so much.
so you're in my ear when I'm cycling, and that's awesome. So it's fuel for keeping me going, and I like it.
Thank you.
Congratulations on being part of the Cold Waves Festival for 2024 roster. That's a huge deal. It's happening in September. I'm immensely proud of what Jason has accomplished to honor his friend Jamie Duffy each year. And this lineup is insane, as usual. Is there anyone specifically you're looking forward to seeing to perform live?
Oh my God. I mean, Clan of Zymox, I'm a huge fan.
They're great.
Pig, of course,
Raymond's great.
Oh yeah.
He's awesome. I can't wait to meet him in person. But all the lineup, every band on this lineup is just amazing. I'm a fan of every single band that is part of this year's performance. And of course, the Cold Waves, for their, cause, for the mental health cause that they are, working on the suicide prevention. To me, it's a huge deal for that reason as well, just because it's the cause that I'm, so much connected to, that I guess performing will be just transcendent experience. It's going to be catharsis. I'm planning something very special for that show. It's going to be, well, I will just reveal it. It's kind of not revealed, but I can tell you. We'll see how far it goes.
Okay.
So this will be very close to my actual big record release that I have scheduled for fall. So the Cold Waves will be kind of like a pre-release party.
Awesome.
I'll be bringing those records out and signing them. Walter Flacos of Stabbing Westward, who is producing this record with me, you will be part of that show. That's all I can say.
It's a huge deal.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm getting, speaking of producing, I'm getting back into recording vocals after several years away, my own vocals.
Nice.
Had some viral laryngitis a few years back, and it's really changed my voice. So it's a little nerve-wracking to get back in front of a microphone and to work on it. And I'm using different software now than I was, years ago.
Okay.
So do you have any techniques or tricks that you use when you're working on your vocals?
Definitely warm up, warm up, warm up. If you were doing the studio, if it's extensive dates, just drink a lot of cold throat tea, not cold throat tea, which is great. It
Yeah.
coats your throat. It just helps clearing,
Yeah.
the mucus
Yeah.
and stuff.
Like slippery elm, I think, is in that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There is a bunch of different good things in there. Licorice, all of those little herbal supplements that just help moisten the throat, clear out the throat. So then when you sing, you don't have to push so hard and you just don't wake up next day for the next session feeling worse,
Yeah. No,
Other
for
than
sure.
this warm-ups, bubbles, like, the raspberry.
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
I do this for like an hour and then I go to my and then, there is a bunch of different exercises that you can do to kind of like open your throat, to like have more powerful voice come out without forcing it.
Yeah.
And so just warm up and, try to get the good night's sleep. Sleep is essential for singing. If you don't sleep, your voice is gonna be not the same.
Yeah.
Booze, put away the booze for those days. Don't smoke if you smoke.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
this
that's
kind of
probably
thing.
cutting back on the what do you call it? The dab stuff. Because I don't smoke anymore. I smoked for 21 years and
Okay.
I don't smoke now.
That's good.
But I do partake in THC before I go to sleep. It helps me calm down and be able to get a good night's sleep.
Nice.
But man, it's so hard on your throat. Can't stand that. So edibles don't seem to work for me, but that works. So, but yeah, I'll have to calm that down whenever I'm working in the studio for sure. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, good luck. I can't wait to hear what you come
Yeah.
up with. That's exciting.
No, I'm looking forward to it too. I'm working with Nick Void right now on a track that he's doing for Renegade Slave, and
Nice.
so that should be something to hear. I'm interested to hear how it turns out. But I did several different vocal tracks. I mean, do you do that as well? Like lots of different tracks that you can layer on top of each other when you're recording?
I'm huge on harmonies, so I love weird harmonizing.
Yeah,
Put out different melodies and then think about how to make them even different. I
Mhm.
just love that. I love very obscure harmonies.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's one of my favorite things to do. I don't always do it, but it's just those taste things. So like
Yeah.
throw it here and there, and then it's just like giving this kind of dark wave-ish feel
Yeah.
to the
Yeah,
whole.
well, you did the acoustic versions recently, and oh my God, just haunting. It's so what was that like? Going
Oh.
back and doing the things acoustically.
Well, first of all, it was very needed. I felt huge urge of doing something, and I couldn't really work on the new music because my studio, which I'm in right now, was being built at that time. So this was unfinished basement and was construction zone. So I couldn't really have mind space and actual physical space to like sit down and start working on the new release. And I started feeling very anxious. I was not good. It was again one of those mental health things when I'm like, okay, I need to do something about this because it starts to be dangerous. So I figured I could revisit my old songs and just do acoustic because that's much easier. I don't need all the crazy space in my brain and physical space to do that. And so that's how it happened. And it was absolutely gorgeous experience.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was happy. Like Code Blue, I guess, was the most challenging one, just because it's so high speed, and then just kind of translating it to something more delicate and vulnerable, which would be acoustic.
Yeah.
Felt a little weird, but then it happened.
Yeah.
Somehow I feel like it's more like a theater, maybe that song, than actual like acoustic version. But it's exactly how I wanted it to be.
Oh
so
no, it's beautiful. The whole thing is just amazing. I was blown away. So
thank you. This was one of those little things that literally saved me. I needed to do something.
yeah.
So when it
Well, you
came
did it
out,
well.
I felt such a sense of like, okay, I've done it. I can like relax now.
Yeah.
And then a couple months later, I was ready to start writing the records. So I guess,
Oh, right on.
I don't know how you are in your creative universe, internal and external,
Yeah.
but I need to be doing things constantly.
Yeah.
If I don't, I start feeling unease and then that darkness approaches. It's weird,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll end up hiding in a hole, and I'm like, I just close myself off. If I'm not able to be creative when I want to be creative,
Oh.
it gets to you.
Yeah.
Because like right now I'm doing I've got a job, and it takes it's a fairly stressful one. It takes a lot of my time, a lot of my energy. So by the time I get done doing that, kind of the last thing I want to do is look at a computer screen. And so writing has been helping, and working with other people. The collaborative effort is definitely something I'm digging on. I've always liked collaborating with people, but lately it's been a real lifesaver. So
Gotcha. Right. Collaborations, there's something magical, right?
yeah,
Being able to bounce off ideas and energy with other people,
yeah,
and seeing something come to fruition that usually is something different than you expected because of all the other people's input.
Yeah. I used to love that when doing visual art, painting and stuff, and painting with other people. And where I start something, I pass them the canvas, and they start going
That sounds
back and forth and
awesome.
back and forth. Yeah, it's lots and lots of fun.
Yeah.
So you recently, just as your vocal strength, you did something amazing with the Joy Thieves, your cover of Susie and the Banshees, Cities and Dust.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so and you did it incredibly well, I might add.
Thank you so much.
So that song is what's a lot of people consider basically an anthem for an entire genre. Is that nervous trying to tackle something like that? Or did that even occur to you?
I guess it maybe didn't. I knew the
That's
song.
probably a good thing.
I guess I wasn't aware of what I'm going against.
Yeah.
I feel like there are things in music that are just untouchable. You can't touch them.
Yeah.
One of them would be Prince, another one maybe Whitney Houston, and other genres. You kind of don't go there.
Yeah.
Or ruin it. I wasn't aware. I've had a lot of fun with Joy Thieves. I love Joy Thieves. I love Dan Milligan.
Yeah.
These guys are just awesome. So we've had a lot of fun.
You guys work well together. Yeah.
Definitely. It's kind of like brother, sisterhood, Yeah, the collaboration with Joy Thieves is always a lot of fun and joy for me. So, yeah. But this one, I didn't realize. So probably it's a good thing, because if I did, probably I would say nope.
Well, I'm glad you didn't know then, because you did a great job on it. It's wonderful. The video is amazing too. So
Joel Lopez of Lumbra Productions filmed that video. We did a bunch of locations, like we went downtown to film some scenes, and then we did a performance scene with the Joy Thieves where they were covered in the flower.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
There's a la Fields of the Nephilim. Yeah.
So Stabbing Westward were based out of Dallas, and I grew up here in Austin. So I've seen them countless times live, and I've been a huge fan since, forever. And you just dropped a stellar new single last week with Christopher Hall up in vocals. How'd you end up collaborating with him?
So, I was on tour with Stabbing Westward last year, before which I started collaborating with Walter Flacos of Stabbing Westward on my record. So I started writing the record in last year, and it was with this idea in mind that I'm going to work with Walter, because we already talked about it. And so this was a plan. And then I finished demoing my stuff in my studio, and Walter came over, and we just started cracking those songs, which now are part of the I Am the Fire EP.
Mm-hmm.
And there is much more coming later this year.
Awesome.
Can say more. But so that kind of, we started working, and then the shows happened. So I went on, those little tours with Stabbing Westward, and we performed, and I met the band. I met Christopher, I met Bobby, you know, I met the, you know, the musicians, the people behind Stabbing Westward.
Yeah.
And everybody's so super nice, by the way. They are like the sweethearts of alternative rock / industrial scene. They are amazing guys. And so, yeah. So then, you know, I was kind of brainstorming who should remix Dream Not to Dream. And Walter is like, oh, Chris should do it. Boom. And it happened. And then I didn't expect to hear his vocals. It was the weekend, you know, like this year, like earlier this year, when I received the remix. It was late night. I've had guests over and I was exhausted. It was like 3 a.m. I was ready to go to sleep. And then I played it and I never slept that night.
Oh, wow.
The moment I heard Christopher's voice next to my voice was like, is this even real? Because I've been a big fan, you know, huge fan. He's like my total idol. I absolutely admire him for everything he does. And then suddenly I get this song and his voice is on it and my voice is on it. I'm like, what?
Oh,
How
wow.
is this even real?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's
That's
huge.
gotta be incredible. That's gotta be incredible. Yeah, goosebumps, right? Yeah.
I'm literally just like, you know, kind of speechless. I think the song speaks for itself with how it sounds, you know, with his voice on it.
Yeah.
Well, that's a huge deal. And I know you have a pre-order link for your new EP, which drops April 5th on Bandcamp. Can you tell us a little bit more about the release? People that don't know.
Of course, yeah. So release, you know, is basically 5 songs that kind of reflect on space and time that I'm currently at, musically, creatively, personal-wise, you know, mental-wise. So there is Panic Room single as the first song on that EP. Then we got Dream Not to Dream. Then we have I Am the Fire, which is the single and the EP title, which drops also April 5th alongside with the actual EP. And that song, you know, nobody heard it yet. It's a powerful song, more like a, you know, industrial rock, very powerful vocal, guitars kind of deal. I hope everybody will enjoy that song. It's one of my favorites, honestly, from everything I've ever done. So I hope everybody digs it. And then we got 2 remixes, one of which is Panic Room remix by The Anix, who is one of my favorite artists of current times. And then the last one is Christopher Hall from Stabbing Westward remix and feature, because he's singing on it as well. So that's the Dream Not to Dream remix. And this EP has 5 songs, you know. I strongly encourage everybody to visit my Bandcamp and get the EP. Not only you'll have something, you know, kind of expressing what's happening with yours truly, but also it helped me tremendously because I'm going on that big tour and I need every penny. Buy my record, buy everything.
Excellent. Yeah, no, seriously, everybody needs to get over to Bandcamp and spend some money. Yeah, it's totally worth it.
Thank you so much.
Joey?
Oh, well. So all of us here in Industrial Amputation are just have a huge love for animals. And my cats have gotten me some of the most darkest times. And, you know, they're my family. And you have a beautiful dog named Bennick, who you worked with on Forbidden Bark single.
Yes.
It was created to raise awareness for charity organizations that focus on fighting against animal cruelty. Now, can you talk about your relationship with Bennick in addition to your advocacy for animal rights?
Of course. So Bennick came to my life when he was 2.5 years old. And he came, you know, from terrible environment. I guess he just wasn't lucky to meet good humans. So he had a lot of issues with his character just because he was abused.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it took a moment to kind of like become friends with him. But I love this dog. He's my everything.
Yeah.
He helps me so much. I always say that he rescued me, not the other way.
Yeah.
You know? That's how it works. And so, yeah, so, you know, he's been touring with me on the smaller tours when there is like a weekend tour or shorter tour and closer. He comes with, but now he's 11 and a half. So he's like a little senior now, you know.
Oh,
And
he's
so,
adorable.
he's so cute.
I love the daily dose of Bennick.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
awesome. That
he's
video, my nieces really, really love that video. So
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Because yes, so I figured, to talk about animal abuse is such a dark and difficult
mhm,
thing to do. And there was a bunch of videos online and content online talking about what happens, with like festivals in China and like,
mhm,
just a bunch of different, very dark things.
yeah,
And so I figured to raise an awareness about all this, it's better to put cute face such as Benek and kind of have him talk about it
yeah,
versus, giving graphic content and like this dark side of things, right?
mhm,
And yeah, so he did the Forbidden Bark song, barking. I cut his
yeah,
barks. I was following him for like 2 weeks.
yeah,
And then gathered all the barks, then started chopping them up, putting some effects on them, created the track. And he was Forbidden Bark.
yeah,
And now, I'm going on this almost 2-month tour. So Benek will not come with me, of course, because he's a senior. So he's
mhm,
just gonna stay at the homebound base. But I will miss him so much. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
actually want to show you two things.
Please.
One thing is I got this.
I've
Oh,
seen
how
those. That's
cute.
amazing.
The most close that I think maybe will help me a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was saying, but
Oh, that's
he hates
adorable.
that thing, by the way. He's jealous. I got this, but I want to bring something. So hold on 1 second.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay. So also tour exclusive. And I strongly encourage everybody to come out to the shows early because I'm an opener. So, come early and come close.
Yeah.
The closer you are to stage, the bigger your chance is to get one of these things.
Oh,
Oh,
that's cute.
awesome.
These are
Barkwing.
my guitar picks that I'm going to be using for this tour. And every time I finish this section on my guitar, and I have quite a few on this tour.
Excellent. All right. So you
So
you
you
heard
can
it
catch
here first.
it.
Show up, get your pick. Awesome.
Are literally so cute. Like,
Oh my God, he's so adorable.
yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
like will
It's
still
awesome.
be with me, kind of, right, in a way. But I would not drag my puppy, for this kind of like a long, extensive adventure, just
Yeah.
because I think he would feel good and comfortable, at
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, the last one, the last show you did, the last tour you did was a small one.
Yeah.
The one where you came to Seattle and I ended up missing the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean that's better suited to having been a Kalong, yeah.
Yeah, in a way, it depends. Like again, depends on logistics, and just like intensity. He really just likes calmer life at this point. He sleeps a lot. So,
Mhm.
that would be difficult to like keep him in this calm that is tour bus, I'm gonna be on a tour bus together with Orgy.
Mhm.
So it's just
Well,
gonna be a lot of people and
yeah. Well,
yeah.
for Binnick, I think one thing you might want to do before the tour is have a couple of different shirts that you've worn and got your smell on
Yes.
to not wash and then leave so that he's got something to sleep on while you're on tour.
I'm gonna do this. That's a great
So,
idea.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Months. I don't know what he's gonna be thinking. Where is she?
Yeah, no, they get a little anxious whenever we're not around, and it's you know, yeah, I actually have some old recordings from around the 2006 era that my cat Zero, who is no longer with us, is on. We that cat was so awesome. We used to sing what's his name? The banana song, Harry Belafonte songs.
That's
Like
awesome.
cleaning the house, and we'd be singing, and I would be singing Harry Belafonte songs, and he would sing with me. And
It's like meow, 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 meow.
yeah, no, totally. And then when I would be in the studio, he was also in the studio with me, and I didn't realize it, but his voice is on a couple of tracks of some old stuff that I've done, and I really want to pull those apart so that I can
Like,
memorialize them. Yeah,
and maybe even do something with it,
yeah,
just like to again
yeah,
promote promote a cause while, you know, keeping cat alive, right? In a
Yeah.
way, in a memory. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Kevin Key from Skinny Puppy signed my copy of Music for Cats to Zero. Zero was his name, and signed the album to Zero, my fallen comrade.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cute. Fallen comrade. Oh,
yeah,
I'm so sorry. It is
yeah.
the worst part is that the animals don't, our pets don't live as long as we do.
No,
That's whoever designed this thing did it so wrong.
they did. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. No, he was an awesome little kitty. He had big old thumbs. He could pick stuff up, and he had an attitude like me. So yeah, we were fun together. Yeah.
The attitude in cats, I swear. I guess Benek is partially like cat. He's got such a huge attitude. He's stubborn. His own
He looks
ways.
like he's got an attitude. I can see that in the pictures. Um, that is so awesome. Hey, so March this month is International Women's Month.
Yeah.
You know, as if the people that create all life on the planet need to be relegated down to 1 month. This is, but you know, do you have any words of wisdom for women in the industrial and alternative scene that are trying to get ahead and in what a lot of people consider a man's world?
Yeah. Oh man, it's so hard. Do it. Don't look around and don't look at things that put you down. Look at things that elevate you. Focus on the good. I think that's my main thing that I want to share. Because really, it's so easy to look at everything that can take away from us.
Mm-hmm.
But there is so much support, so much love, and there's so much in us, you know? We have the power. We
Yeah.
really, so don't let anybody tell you you don't. Don't let anybody take it away from you. Keep it.
Excellent.
Excellent advice.
Yeah.
I live by this, so you know, trying.
So I'll be completely honest with you and let you know that I'm new to your music, but I've quickly become a huge fan. Your vocal range is extremely captivating, along with everything else you bring to your craft. I love that Toyah translates from Polish to "It's just me," and while it may be just you, in hearing your music, it quickly becomes palpable. You're absolutely more than enough. I
Yeah.
know you come from a background of studying classical guitar, piano, vocals, and music theory from a young age, but I'd like to know what an artist inspired you to make music that you create.
Oh wow. It's funny because I don't think it was based on any artist.
Mhm.
It just was there. I just have this crazy urge to do music. And for a while, I've been part of different projects and bands. And so I would be a front woman and a lyricist, songwriter with the band behind me. And then I guess live experience, taught me that I need to do the solo project, which is Toyah. And that was basically due to the fact that the bands that I was a part of, they never had this kind of serious commitment or the drive that would match my drive.
Mm-hmm.
So the projects were just like kind of falling apart or just kind of staying in one place. Where I wanted to grow and I wanted to continue doing things and elevate stuff, with every step. That's why, I feel like that's part of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nothing could keep up with this crazy idea that we need to do more. And so that's how Toyah started. I don't think it was based on any particular artist. This being said, I have million of different, artists that I strongly admire and love for their music and for their personality and for how they present themselves on stage and, and media every day.
Yeah.
But this particular decision, it was just this, this. Sorry.
Excellent. No, that's beautiful.
Perfect.
So you are also the founder and CEO of Femme Fatale Records. Tell us a little bit how you got that started.
Well, I've had record label offers and I didn't want to sign. There were a bunch of reasons why. One of them is I come from Martin Atkins,
Mhm.
coop of educated chickens. And I guess, I don't know, I want to try and push it by myself as far as I can. Because I have, you know, I have a record of success as an Toyah and a single artist, and I don't want to share it. Which I know is weird and terrible to say.
No, you got something good going there. I would too.
More,
Yeah.
more than anything, I hate being told what to do. If I'm being told what to do, I will do the opposite.
Yeah.
Be bad for the music and for the career. And so, you know, I've had some amazing labels, amazing people, which I admire and love and support, buying their albums, their artists' albums, reach out. And each time it just wasn't like clicking with me. I'm like, oh man, should I do it? Should I not? And I'm like, no, I don't want to. No.
Yeah.
So I wanted to trust my instincts. So kind of to stop that problem, I decided I'm just going to start my own record label. This way I have it, I'm on it, and this discussion is over until I get an offer that is too sweet to say no to.
That sounds good. Do you have any prospects for other artists to be on your label?
In the future, I definitely think I'm going to expand. For now, it's more like a vanity record label. So it's to support my endeavors, Toyah, build up Toyah's brand and career. But I'm so hungry to help other artists and to work with other artists. There's so much talent out there. So I'm definitely very excited. And I hope that this will happen in the future where I have a little more time and I can focus on doing this with other musicians, you know? Yeah.
Awesome.
That's definitely on my mind since I started this whole idea of Femme Fatale Records. So, yeah.
Well, there's been a couple of artists that have started their own vanity label, so to speak, and it's worked out very well for them. And some amazing talent has ended up on those labels, because typically somebody that, you know, got the drive that you have sees that in other people. And so I can only imagine that the people that end up on your label are going to be fantastic. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I hope so. I hope it happens, and it's a dream.
Yeah. Now you've been on stage with Pigface, haven't you?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about you know, some stories about Pigface, and you have been on stage with Levi, yeah?
Oh yes, of
Yeah.
course.
You got any stories? Got any funny anecdotes to tell us about our
We
I
do
don't know
love
if I
those
can talk
here.
about this. I have some green room stories. Yeah,
Yeah,
Charles.
you can feel free to share those here. Yes.
Charles is like such a sweet guy. I swear. I
Yeah.
wish he was here today so I could tell him in person that
Well, yeah.
he actually really, when I was on tour with Pigface, he just elevated me every day. You know, just his presence, his smile, and the way he approached me, you know, just I felt loved and I felt like accepted. He's awesome. So, you
He's
know,
got that big brother energy.
that's definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with Pigface, there is, you know, it's Pigface, right? So
Yeah.
I I I don't know what I can say, what I can't. You know, there are like the NDA.
Oh, oh no.
But, yeah, I was on stage with Pigface. It was wild. I know that you've had Betty X on your
Yes, we did.
program, which I watched. I love Betty X. She's amazing. She's a very powerful artist.
Yes,
I
she
admire
is.
her very strongly.
Yeah.
And so we were on stage together in Dallas, and that was a blast. We sang
Oh,
together,
man.
you know, hips, tits, and
Lips and Power. Yes.
yeah, I know power.
That's the one every year that I post for International Women's Day.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's like the anthem song.
It is an anthem for that.
Right.
Yes, it absolutely is. Yeah. Yeah. Did you were Leslie was on there
You were
as
there.
well,
She was
yeah?
there as well. She was with us. We were all singing. She was like
Oh
a,
man.
you know, we just
Yeah.
joined with Betty and we were all like blasting the vocals out on that song. It was such a good time, such a good moment.
Man,
Mhm.
I would kill to see all you guys on stage together with Pigface. I'm gonna have to make it to Texas the next time they do something out there, because I know that's more likely where I'm gonna see everybody together than in Seattle. But man, it'd be nice if you guys came to Seattle.
Yeah, I swear that I hope that Big Face tours more, because such a powerful project, you know, with such a big, empowering, you know, energy.
Yeah,
It's
no,
just
it
mind
is.
blowing. And all the drum sets, and like on stage, I had a pleasure to, you know, join Big Face on stage besides opening for them
Mhm.
several times during this tour. And the energy is just mind blowing. Like
Yeah,
once you are in there, it's just all the drums, all the musicians, you know, all the talent, all the good people on that one stage together. I don't know.
yeah.
One
No,
of a
it's
kind.
it's a fantastic project for sure.
Yeah.
Given your education, do you ever find it difficult to write music because it comes from a place of wanting to attain perfection, or does it just come easy for you?
So it's interesting question. There was a time when I thought that my music education and also my voice kind of fucks it for me, to say it in French. That it just makes it worse, because I cannot do something dirty and nasty and something wrong, you know? I will
Mhm.
always follow that theory, and I will always just sing with a voice that I have. And then I proved myself wrong. So, you know, there is a thing that you can do if you stick too much to like the theory. You just take one note and you move it half step down. And now it's wrong. And now it's industrial. So
Nice.
sort of like this, you know, but I also have this aesthetic for things that are wrong. I've always liked dissonance. I've always liked, like even with the harmonies that I write, I like them to be clashing. Sometimes they are catchy and they are perfect, but there are moments when they clash, and
Yeah.
it's on purpose to like give this kind of like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
kind of like emotion that matches the lyrics, so that it makes all sense together. If you think about something difficult and dark and hard, sometimes those tools, you know, of expression with the music that is kind of like weird, it's not supposed to be like this.
Yeah.
It's actually how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I guess I hope that today I can say it no longer fucks me over.
Well, that's good. That's good. I've always felt like the rules in art. Some people are like, well, this is where you have to go. This is
Oh,
where it is. This is the structure. And I'm like, no, that is a representation of where the last person stopped. That's not a fence. That's
exactly.
just a marker. You can go farther. And I've always liked artists that can do that, push that a little bit further, and get something more out of it. I like live drums with programmed drums with sampled drums that don't necessarily meet, that they're not quite in sync, and putting them together all at the same time, and it gives you an almost disjointed but still rhythmic. There's some kind of pattern in the chaos of it that I appreciate, and I like when I hear it,
Yeah,
but typically I hear it mostly in my own music. So, but
that's awesome.
that's fine with me. So other artists that are able to kind of comprehend that the fence isn't where you stop, it's where you jump. And so I can see that with what you do. Yeah.
Thank you. I hope so. You know, so I am definitely a genre bending artist.
Yeah.
I don't like being described as this or that, and I
Yeah.
will go out of my skin to prove that I do not belong just here, but
Yeah.
also here and here and here, which because it's for the fun of creation.
Yeah.
So, like you say, with the drums, I love matching, you know, very harsh guitar sound with
Mhm.
some harsh synth and crazy drum and
Yeah.
a soft melody.
Soft melody in the vocal. Yeah. Something to juxtapose everything else. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
And just
it's a much richer tapestry when you do it like that, in my opinion. But yeah, it's nice to know I'm not alone on that.
no, definitely not. And I'm glad that I'm not alone and that you do what you do.
Yeah.
Because it's awesome.
I feel
Excellent.
like you learn the rules just so you can subvert them when you need to.
Yeah. Yeah, no, precisely. Yeah, you learn where the last person stopped, and then you can just keep going.
Exactly. And
It's
honestly, I've
remarkable.
never been necessarily like a rule follower.
Yeah.
Quite the opposite, with everything in my
Yeah.
life. So as you say, exactly, rules are just there so that I can tell. Actually, I know the rules.
Mhm.
I still don't want to follow them.
Yeah. I think one of my friends said, "Hey, I'm just a punk rocker that likes to follow the rules, but only enough to be able to break them."
I love
Perfect.
that.
So
That's kind of, yeah, what I meant.
yeah.
Lovely. Awesome.
So say you could work with any musician, like just nothing's off the table. Like, who would you choose?
Oh, today I would just choose David Lynch because
Yeah,
he
Oh,
tracks
good,
and
a good
good
one.
answer.
I just adore everything he does.
Yeah.
So I would love to work with him. Actually, he was in my dream this last night.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I mean, that would be definitely my choice right away.
All right. Anybody watching that has any access to David Lynch, go ahead and make sure he sees this and reaches out to Anya. Okay, because that's a collaboration I think we would all like to see. Yeah,
There
for
is a big
sure.
connection with David Lynch. David Lynch films his films in my hometown, which in Poland. He loves my hometown
Oh, wow.
because it's very post-industrial,
Yeah.
very artsy and like foggy and just weird, and it has this mysterious vibe. So he chooses this city, my city, Łódź, to film his stuff there. So
Yeah.
always something in his movies from my city.
Oh, sweet. That's
There is
awesome.
that connection. So yes,
What's your favorite David Lynch film?
every film. I mean, but I
It's not
guess
an easy question. I asked Betty that.
no, well, but I mean, I can just. It's hard. I swear. Lost Highway. I mean, which one isn't? Honestly, every of
Yeah.
his movies.
Yeah.
You
Hold
know,
up,
No, it's kind
Eraserhead.
of whichever one I'm watching at the time is my
Yeah.
favorite. Yeah.
I love doing like those nights or the like weekends with my friends when we just pile up popcorn and like whatever essentials and we
Mhm.
do like the seances, David Lynch
Yeah.
weekend. Ugh. And then we rewind
Oh,
and we watch 3 times the scene, like
yep. Oh, you are sick. That's I used that sample on the first my very first project coming out of like 88, 89 called Adrenochrome, and we had an album called Forget Dreams, and
okay.
sampled sampled a lot from Eraserhead.
Oh, that's
Had
awesome.
the soundtrack on vinyl was actually the movie itself on vinyl, and
Oh,
so it,
movie online. That's awesome. That's
yeah,
so
no, it was freaking awesome. Yeah. So I had a great sound guy that was teaching me back then, and he brought some of that stuff in. We also John Leguizamo stuff
okay.
in there as well, and from Vampire's Kiss with Nicolas Cage.
I saw that recently.
Yeah. So I'm a
Really eats,
vampire. I'm a
really eats the
vampire.
roach.
I'm a vampire. God, what a great movie, man.
And isn't it that they don't make them like this anymore too? All the
No, they
older
don't.
cinema is just so good. And these
Yeah.
days, I think all the technology, which is great, I love technology, I'm a tech
Yeah.
nerd, but it kind of like takes over the creative in a way. I don't
Yeah.
know, something
No,
like nostalgia, definitely.
well,
But
I
it,
liked Ang Lee, his philosophy on using that technology, like especially the CGI and stuff, was that he's like, it's too perfect. So I
yeah,
want to do motion capture.
yeah,
And I want the CGI stuff to incorporate little mistakes that happen in real life, like in his version of the Hulk. Everybody seems to want to bash that movie for some reason. I thought it was brilliant. Ang Lee, he did the motion capture for the Hulk character
yeah.
in that, like when he trips when he's trying to walk and that stuff. So yeah, if you've got a creative mind, you can really
You
get
can
into
use it,
that
right?
stuff and make it work. And he did for sure.
Yeah, I
Um,
think like we need more of that. Exactly.
I think we do. Yeah, more artists messing with this technology. I know that we have a lot of people right now that are AI is going to kill everything. It's like, yeah, AI is just another tool in our artistic belt, man. It's something we can work with as long as we don't let it, don't give it all the stuff to do.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's eventually people are going to have a way to use that in a very creative way, in a very original way as well.
The
So
way that helps them doesn't take away, right? I
yeah,
hope so. I hope for
yeah.
that.
No, I hope so too. I mean, I avoided software for recording for a very long time. I just used physical stuff,
Mhm.
knobs and sliders and whatnot. And
Yeah.
when I finally what was it, just a few years back, when I got Ableton and started, I'm like, oh my God, this stuff, I can do whatever the hell I want with this.
Okay.
And it just blew my mind when I let go of the other side of it and started embracing this. And it's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, technology and music. Oh my God, I could talk about this for hours. My whole live show is embracing that. And there's
Yeah,
so much fun, like repurposing things, and like making sure I take advantage of hardware
yeah,
with software
Mhm.
together.
yeah.
It's fun. Yeah.
Amazing. So what can we expect from you on stage in April, and when you're opening for Orgy and Cold?
They can expect strong, powerful vocals, gritty guitars, industrial synths, a lot of movement,
Excellent.
amazing, captivating visuals, fog,
Awesome.
energy that I hope will keep you awake that night.
Okay. Yeah, I don't doubt it will. Now, when you're on tour, the road can be a trying place to be. The stage has its ups, and traveling to the next place, you can be traveling through some real mundane areas. What do you do to make the mundane aspects of touring life more fun?
I won't be alone, right? There will be
Mhm.
other people. So, I feel like naturally we will kind of seek each other's, you know, communication and like company in some of those times. And I feel that could be a good filler of
Yeah,
the more difficult times. I'm also pretty good with just, keeping to myself and like being more philosophical and just kind of sitting there listening to music or doing vocal warm-ups and kind of just thinking about life and like focusing on the very moment. Being on the road is a pretty busy place because even though you have times when you just drive and drive and drive, it's also load-ins,
yeah,
setups, tear downs, load outs, merge setups, merge tear downs, meets
yeah.
and greets, all that stuff. So I like to take some of those mundane moments and literally stay in a moment. Just like kind
Excellent.
of focus on, I'm here right now. I'm doing this right now. Now I'm going to make it an amazing memory.
Yeah,
That it doesn't escape me. So it doesn't just shush and
yeah.
2 months on,
No, that's exactly what I mean. Yeah, because yeah, I know the last uh the last small tour you went on, you were sharing some stuff from the road, and
Oh,
it was
yes.
awesome.
Oh, yeah. And
Well,
I'm planning to do a lot of this here too.
right
Uh,
on.
I'm hoping to film some. I'm going to, film some of the stuff as I go and just share life, on social media, as well as do some videos and like, then share them as well. Some
Yeah,
from stage, some from bus, some from whatever else. Well, other thing that I want to do is work out. So hopefully there will be an opportunity to like do a little bit of a, physical health stuff,
mhm.
just because I think it's very important to stay healthy. My last tour last year put all my crew and myself in a terrible COVID situation. We
Yeah,
were sick like dogs, and it was just a disaster. I
yeah.
thought of dying. Well, lucky to be alive, but it was very tough. So
Yeah,
just to stay healthy, balanced. It's quite a challenge because you are somewhere else every day,
yeah,
seeing new people every day, and traveling in a bus. There is like a germ can, right?
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, for sure. A big stinky tube to be in with a bunch of other people. Yeah.
Hopefully not so stinky, but we will see.
It depends on who you're touring with.
I know. Bunch of guys. Hey.
Some of that road food can be atrocious.
Oh yeah. Yeah. gentleman.
Awesome. Now, while you're on the road, do you do any sightseeing while you're, do you get out and see anything at the end of the day before you have to go for a show or anything?
So
Have
I
you
did
seen
that.
anything really cool?
Oh, yes, definitely. So on my, independent tour that I did last year was like
Mhm,
almost a month long West Coast tour.
mhm.
My crew and I, we did a bunch of cool things. We've seen, we went into the mountains in Denver and in Utah. We walked through desert in Arizona.
Uh,
Of course, we did, a bunch of city stuff. In every city we went to. This shirt came from Denver,
yeah,
trucks,
wax tracks. Yeah,
not go there. And of course, a lot of like food, in different places because my crew and I, we are all foodies. We like to try local stuff, local culture.
mhm.
So definitely, I'm all about this. I'm not sure how this tour will be because it's a very busy tour.
Yeah,
So
no, I
basically,
imagine
we're
it will be.
driving and going, playing and then going to the next place. It's a show every day. There is couple days off, but not many. I think like 3 maybe
Yeah,
the whole run, 45 days. So it's going to be intense. So
yeah,
I'm not sure this will allow us to do anything. If opportunity arises, I'll definitely want to be a
yeah,
part of it just because I'm curious and I love seeing new places and just be part of it, like something, just to sign my name. I was there. I did that.
yeah. Excellent.
But we'll see,
All
I've
right.
been traveling, so that's part of it. My ultimate dream, I guess, has always been traveling and combining the touring together.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. It looks like you're well on your way to starting that. So amazing. Now you were talking about your fun in working with software and recording and stuff. What's the one thing you really, really love about being in the studio and producing? And what is the one thing you would be happy never to do again?
What I love is just the whole process. Basically, the process that once I start, I find myself, being at this one time, and then suddenly it's 6 hours later. And
Mm,
I need to go to bathroom for hours. I need to pee so badly, but I'm not going because I'm so into it right now
yeah,
that I cannot go.
yeah,
That's the best feeling because it's almost like defying the nature. It's stronger than nature, literally.
yeah. Oh,
So
that's
I love
awesome.
that feeling and I love having the outcome and then being excited about the writing and like producing and then rendering, bouncing the whatever I accomplished that particular day and running to the car to listen the first very raw mix of whatever I did and hearing it and whatever there is, usually it's terrible because it's just the very first, so it's not balanced and all,
Yeah.
but it's just so, it feeds my soul.
Did you
Uh,
say go to the car to listen to it?
oh yeah, I
Yeah. So
always
you do incorporate a smaller speaker than your studio speakers when you're listening to playback.
I have
Very
like
smart.
kind of big speakers, small speakers, headphones, two different
Yeah.
headphones, and then I listen on my phone. I listen in two different cars,
Hmm.
or even more if there is like opportunity to hear in another car. It's
Yeah.
just like the more the better because the
Not
sound
everybody's going to be listening to it on high class speakers. And
really
yeah, that's one of the very first things I learned in recording was you need to hear it from a bunch of different sources. You used to have
car
a
and cell phone. That's
little
how.
crappy little AM FM radio cassette player thing that I
Oh
used to
wow,
have. I'd
nice.
set that back and listen to it. I'm like, okay, if it sounds okay on that, I'm
It's
good.
gonna be fine.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
So yeah, that's it. And
yeah,
as far as what I would never want to do again, I mean, mixing is definitely something that of my own music, I don't think I'm interested in ever doing that.
yeah,
Drives
yeah.
me insane. It makes my head hurt,
Hmm.
leads me to make terrible mistakes. I'll start touching up things and then I will ruin everything.
Yeah,
So I don't ever want to touch mixing. And I'm very grateful that Walter of Studying Westward is mixing
yeah. Oh, that's
my stuff
awesome.
because he's amazing at it and he actually enjoys it and I
Yeah,
hate it ever again.
yeah. Oh, well, good. That's a great answer. Thank you. Joey, do you have anything?
Oh, I, I'm clear out of questions, man. She's answered everything.
I
She's
think so. I think so.
perfect,
That's wild.
perfect subject.
Is there anything you want to talk about, Anya?
Just, I mean, we talked about so many things. It's hard to
We
like.
have.
What could
Where is Bennick right now?
upstairs? Do you want me to bring?
Yeah, we'd love to.
That would be awesome.
Please.
That would be awesome. What an incredible guest.
Yeah. Just so everyone knows, Charles will be back next week. If you want to donate to his GoFundMe, just plug this into your browser and be easy enough.
Yep. Always want to show some love to Levi.
That's for sure. He is missed.
Yes, indeed.
Here is my little showman.
Oh my
Oh, it's
goodness,
beautiful.
there he is. Oh, what a sweet little face. Hi there, sweetie. Oh my goodness, you are
Oh. Just
adorable.
woke up. He's got like a cough.
He's like, oh, why'd you mess with me?
Okay, it's fine. He likes being in the spotlight, honestly. He loves
Oh,
being
yeah?
on TV. As I tell him, if he's gonna be on TV, oh,
He's a little ham. Oh, what a sweetie pie. Man.
he's been sick,
Oh, no.
last week I had to take him to emergency room,
Oh, no.
No.
right? Oh, and apparently he developed pancreatitis.
Oh, no, really?
Was in a terrible pain, and but yeah, they took care of him, but he had to be like hospitalized and just go through a bunch of like IVs and like stuff like that.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry
Medication.
I missed that. I
Yeah,
hope he's
no,
okay.
he's much better now. So, I swear it was very hard week last week.
I would imagine I would have been out of my mind. Yeah.
Oh, the cough. So yeah, that's Benek. That's
Yeah.
Benek.
Bennick!
That's Benek's.
Bennick and Bennick's little brother. Oh.
He doesn't like that thing at all. It's like, oh, it's not real. What do you want? Oh, you don't want hot sauce. Trust me, buddy. You do not want that.
Oh, look at his little paws. Oh, he's so cute.
And like, we don't do porn on TV.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what a little sweetie pie. Man, Anya, you have been an amazing guest. We thank you so much. It's again the tireless work you do with helping people helping destigmatize mental health issues and make sure that suicide awareness is on people's minds. It's we can't thank you enough for that.
Yes.
It's a dark world, and people just don't have the control they feel like they used to. And and the world's legitimately been on fire for like what, 5 years now. And
It's Bowie died at least.
we're not meant for that amount of mental tribulation on such a persistent basis. And so it's great to know that there's people out there that care, and you're one of them, and we appreciate that.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you guys so much, and everything, and yeah, never stop, as I
Never
say.
stop. Yeah.
Gotta fight for a better tomorrow, and just with it, we will get it. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you for having me. My little breaker is like a cough again.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Oh my
Phoenix, say
God.
bye. Say bye.
Say bye, Nick. Oh my
Thank you
goodness.
guys so much love, and I hope to see you soon in
Yeah. No, I will see you in Seattle on the 19th, and that's going to be awesome. So is there anything I should bring?
yourself.
All right, will do. I know Ed
covered.
Caspell likes it when I bring him applets and cotlets. So if you want any special candies, I can bring you some special candies.
That's awesome. I might actually, it's gonna be a couple of days on the road, so I might actually have some cravings. I will reach out.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let me know. Now hang on for a minute after we stop the video, and Anya, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time, Anya.
Thank
All
you.
right. This has been Industrial Amputation.
Bye.